Hello and welcome to the Rod Pod. Today we have my guest Peter from Luxe Elixir. Pete, would you like to explain what your business is? And
so I've developed this business through an idea of a friend who's basically said to me that I've got, a mad passion for fragrances.
yeah,
And he thought it'd be a good idea to make my own.
so you've always been into like smelling good
Always.
fragrances. Yeah.
It's like an addiction.
Oh, yeah.
Because I see fragrance as identity.
Yeah.
Because everyone will have their own sort of iconic scent, their go-to fragrance that they will wear pretty much every day in the office, or they go to the gym and they'll have that specific niche fragrance. And I find that fragrance is a part of someone's identity.
Yeah, I agree. Now you're talking about it, that like I've always had one or two fragrances.
Your go-tos, which are always safe buys.
That's right. Yeah.
Because with perfume, depending on the ingredients, your skin chemistry could change it, how it smells to someone else. So you put something on your skin, like for example, that Mont Blanc, you could put it on your skin, smell it and go, that smells quite nice to me. But someone else might go, doesn't suit you at all. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
But
and that's because of your natural smell.
DNA, yeah, because your
DNA.
natural oils that your skin produces.
Yeah.
Also change the scent chemistry of the fragrance itself.
Right. Cool.
That's why we call it like a skin scent.
Right. Cool. So, so tell me more about so that's why you decided to get into it, obviously, because it's a passion of yours.
Yeah, it's a passion that I've had for a long time. I've got into it thinking, well, like they say, if you enjoy something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I feel like I'm not working because I'm contributing to learning still, developing my passion and enjoying it as I'm going along. So through developing this passion, I've noticed when people buy fragrances, they get like a feel-good factor when they smell nice and they go out to whatever the occasion is. You get the same sort of feeling when you go to the barbers and have a haircut. And you've got that new me feel. But then I thought, if you had that new me feel going to a barber's and you've been spraying yourself with something you also like from the barber's, that new me feel, you were walking out that door a new man. So I thought I could start selling to barbershops as a business strategy.
Their own unique blend.
As their own sort of unique blend, their own scent, per se. And so far, it's gone good. We've got one in Sketty, Hard Knocks Barbers, Nathan, lovely lad, and another barber in Lidach, Serge's barbershop, Turkish barbershop. And each barbershop, we've got two completely different scents. So they're none the same. So if someone come from one barbershop, ain't going to walk into the other one and go, you smell exactly like me. No, they're two different ones, which I like. It's a nice sort of niche factor for them because no one wants to go around smelling like the other person. Because these days, people who are wearing Creed Aventus is now walking around like smelling like Lynx Africa because it's so common now.
Yeah. It's a good concept, isn't it? I like the idea. So you're going to try and, the goal is, in terms of like your growth, is to try and get it in lots of different barber shops, as many as you can.
Give them the opportunity to have their own sort of unique label on the bottle. It's completely optional to them, but I find it's a nice niche touch to them because it's their identity, their brand on their bottle. Well, it'd be my bottle, but you know, on their shelf. They are then scent that they can choose. And go from there, really. The other sort of avenue that I'd hope to look at down the line is potentially weddings. And go in to give brides and grooms the opportunity to have their own sort of bridal scent or even a bridal party scent. And potentially go down the avenue of giving them, say, 20 different blends or what we call in perfumery accords, because perfume is constructed through a number of accords, which is a number of materials put together. And give them the opportunity, well, if you like, say, number 1, 12 and 13, put that together, and that is now your unique blend scent, and you can wear that all day long. So that's that's a sort of concept I've learned from learning through perfumery. Because when I started, my wife bought me a perfumer's day. So I actually sat with perfumers for a few hours discussing blends, and they give me that opportunity and goes, well, we've got these unique array of blends put together by our perfumers.
Yeah.
Find something from these, put them together and see how it smells.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot of nifty tricks from them as well, which was definitely good to go forward with.
So that was like, that was one of the catalysts that started.
It was like a eureka moment sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Bloody hell. That was a good present, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And then going from there, she bought me for Christmas then a blending kit. So there was a company out there that actually give you, I think it's like 30 raw materials already diluted. And it gives you the opportunity then to pick each individual molecule, give them a smell, see how they smell, and then you can write your notes on what that smells like to you, because it'll smell completely different to someone else. Like there's an ingredient which is cis-3-hexanol. For some people it smells like cut grass, to other people it smells like petrol.
Really?
Yeah.
People respond different to different smells.
And then you've got to train your nose on how to smell certain things. You've got to keep on coming back to it to actually pick it up, because at first you might not be able to smell anything at all. But when you keep on frequently coming back to it after a number of weeks, you will start to pick up that smell and go, right, I can identify that now.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting, the world of perfume. So are you going to do your own fragrance itself? Or
So my samples on the table, there are a number of fragrances that I've actually created myself.
Ah, right. So these are going to be potential fragrances
that I will...
You'll sell as
sell as my own.
Yeah.
There is one I'm constantly working on at the moment, which is like a coconut vanilla fragrance.
Yeah.
So it can be worn summertime because it'll be a nice summer fragrance to wear.
Yeah.
Definitely a beachy fragrance.
Male or female or?
Unisex.
Is it?
Well, perfume doesn't have a gender.
Right.
It's only the materials that lead it to a different way. So you can have a more of a floral type fragrance, which will lead it more feminine.
Yeah.
And that's when they give you the feminine category.
Yeah.
And then they'll have more of like a citrus, woody sort of way, which then will lead it masculine.
Right.
But fragrance itself doesn't have a gender. That's why a lot of fragrances now these days are all coming out as unisex.
Yeah.
Because it is for everyone.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
But the one I'm working on, it could be worn summertime or wintertime. But it's going through a lot of trials where now I need to be happy with it.
Yeah.
Someone else could be happy with it, but I see it as art, because you are painting a canvas with all these different materials and how you want it to smell. And it's a long process.
And you want to perfect it, and it needs to be right for the artist, the creator yourself.
Yeah. I've given a few samples out to friends to get their feel on it.
Yeah.
And I've had some good sort of feedback from it and which one to go for, because there was 3 sort of blends that I've tinkered it to. So one was strictly sort of coconut vanilla. Then the middle one then was more of a sun cream. It literally smelled like you were applying sun cream on your skin. And I thought, oh, well, that could evoke sort of memories and nostalgia, which perfume tends to do.
Oh, good job.
And then the third one then was more of a sort of a powdery vanilla. The third one in my eyes I preferred, because that is what I would wear. I'd wear all 3, but number 3 would be my favorite. But majority of people chose number 1 out of the 3 samples I gave, which was more of the coconut and vanilla straight up. So, but it's still a work in progress, and eventually it will come out. But it's a lot of trial and error, unfortunately.
Yeah, like everything, nothing straightforward, is it?
No.
So at the moment now, your main business though is looking at barbershops and getting them to have their own and supplying them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that in itself is a great business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's exposed to lots of people constantly, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Because when you could walk into a barbershop, you don't really smell anything apart from the fragrances they've already got on the wall. And if they've gone into that barber shop, essentially, and someone else has sprayed fragrance I've supplied them, and they've walked in, because it's fresh in the air, and they're like, "Oh, that smells nice." Decided to buy a bottle from that particular barber.
Yeah.
That's, what I'd want to go for the people to go, I like a bit of that. I'd wear that. From there.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a good shout. Yeah, as soon as one of the boys, I think it was Tony, told John Brain about it.
Mm-hmm.
John Brain told me, and I was like, I want him on the podcast.
I'm glad to be here. It's nice. It's the first time I've ever been on a podcast, so it's new.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's like, at the moment with the podcast, like I was saying, it's because we've just had Swansea Spotlight will be the next podcast going out.
Okay.
It'll be out by the time this goes out. And it's starting to go the local business route.
Right.
So I've got more people coming on from local businesses at the moment, which I like the way it's gone. I didn't actually intend for that, but it's really nice that that's kind of happened.
Mm-hmm.
So anything to promote local businesses at the moment, I'd love to have anyone on. But so you've got, for me, my personal blend.
That's right.
Because I told you what I liked.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got something similar. Yeah?
Yeah.
So explain to me, like, do you want to talk about pricing, or was that something you want to leave out for now? Or
pricing in regards
to like how much it would cost, like a member of the public?
So public-wise, if I had the website up and running and they were on sale for the website, for a 30ml bottle, because at the moment I'm only doing 30ml bottles, it would be £20.
£20, yeah.
I don't believe in. I don't believe in having perfume so extortionately expensive as the current climate is now. I feel like it's robbing people, especially with people having a hard time at the moment, with the cost of living. Why does a perfume need to be 200, 300 plus when the same ingredients are going into that 30ml bottle for 20 quid, and you can get the exact same feeling of feeling good?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't believe in making them extortionately. I would like them to be, for everyone that can afford it and want to feel good and smell good. Yeah. So that's, I'd like people to feel luxury at a fraction of a price.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And these ridiculously expensive brands.
Yeah.
Is there anything like ingredients wise that they're using to get to that kind of price, or is it all relatively?
Depends on what goes in there.
So
raw fragrance materials that would be used to create and structure a fragrance, it depends where it comes from. So if it is a very niche material or a hard to get material, then essentially that will hike the price up of a fragrance. However, a lot of fragrance these days now are endorsed by fashion and public figures and stuff, so the price will go up from that anyway. But more often than not, they're the same materials you can get, and a bottle, it's just a fraction of a price. Like, one of the fragrances that I've noticed that a lot of people remake at the moment is Barakat Rouge 540, which is Maison Francis Kurkdjian's fragrance. It's been duped so many times because the materials for it are so accessible. But people have noticed that it costs maybe less than £7 to create that fragrance, charging £320 a bottle. But that's because he's a perfumer, an artist. He's created that, and that's his sort of niche. But then people, I've heard this from businessmen as well. If you structure a perfume or a product at a relatively low price, it makes people think, "Oh, what's wrong with it?" Whereas if it's more expensive and they feel like, I'm going to get a good value for money here because this is 320 quid, I'm going to smell like 320 quid every day. But every time you spray that on you, that's what, like £5-6 spray. It's bizarre, absolutely bizarre to me.
Yeah.
But I think that is what's my sort of business sort of motto is, I'd like people to smell luxurious for a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
So it's not going to break the bank for them.
Yeah. 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 And like you were saying, in this like climate, everything's ridiculously
It's ridiculous. Like where I sort of source my materials and my fragrances from is Freighterworks, which is in New Zealand.
Really?
Or there's another company called Pellwell or Pellwall, which is based in the UK. Fragrance Foundry as well. There's 3 good ones there. But Freighterworks would be my go-to because it is built by John Freighter, another perfumer, and the guy John, is a very well-known perfumer, and he will help you sort of structure your fragrances as well. So if you actually had an issue with your formula, you could go to him, pay him a fee, and be like, "Can you please take a look at this, see where I'm going wrong, or what I need to do? How would I change this, make it better, or lead it in a certain direction?" So he can actually sort of overlook it for you and even make it tincture it how you'd want.
Right. And that he's your supplier, you're saying?
So for materials,
they supply.
so when I want to buy things like ambroxan, which is synthetic ambergris, which makes things smell like musky and marine.
Yeah.
Got hedione, which is a floral jasmine.
Yeah.
So all these are like raw materials that I don't know if you've seen on my Instagram the other night where I was creating something in my house. So they are the raw materials. They would come in bottles and packages, and you take them individually out of pipettes or weigh them by grams on a scale and put them in a beaker, mix it all together, see how it smells, essentially.
So when did you start doing this, actually making different fragrances? And
so what are we now? We are September. So within the last, say, 10, 11 months.
Really? So
I've been self-taught through a lot of avenues, between looking on TikTok with other perfumers, a lot of web forms with other perfumers, Instagram. A lot of them go on there and they share their own formulas, how you can study them and how each individual material interacts with others, and get a better understanding on the foundations of how they work. Which is a good sort of way to learn perfumery. But they also say, my advice to people if they wanted to learn perfumery would be study accords and practice accords, which are basically a number of materials put together to make one individual scent. So, for example, if you wanted to make candy floss, you could put things together like ethyl maltol, hedione, and vanillin together to make a nice sweet sort of candy floss, and you'd smell it and go, yeah, that's definitely candy floss.
Interesting. It's amazing, isn't it, when you don't know anything about like an art or like a subject like this. It's quite intriguing to hear about it for the first time, and how it's done, because it's something I've never really thought about. I've always had like I said, my own fragrance and never been overly into it, but it sounds really interesting. And it's great that it's like, seems to be relatively unique thing as well. So
very unique because it's your perception.
Yeah.
So amber in a fragrance can be dark, resinous, sort of syrupy.
Yeah.
Very strong, sort of dense.
Is it?
But it's your perception. So my perception of amber, but how I like to have amber, is more of a gourmand sort of way. So I'd have it more, rather than dense, heavy, dark, I'd have it more sweet. So when I see amber, I think in like maple syrup amber.
Yeah.
And that's how I would have my amber structured.
Right.
Whereas other perfumers out there, they might think, well, no, I like my amber this way. And they have it that way, because that is the sort of DNA on how they like to make their fragrances. Because they're unique to everyone when they structure their formulas. So a lot of fragrances are I would say, structured by mood boards. So you think, because I know there's a couple of fragrances out there now where people have tried to craft their own fragrance to smell like a library. So they've made accords to smell like paper and old workbooks.
Yeah.
And when you spray that on yourself, you're walking around smell like an old library. It's wild.
That's a unique one, isn't it?
Yeah. But
Love to smell like a library.
Yeah. Back of a yellow book's pages, like
Chip shop.
Chip shop, yeah, that'd be a good one. But,
Love to smell like a chip. That is funny. Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely a unique smell, isn't it? A library.
There's ones that people made the smell of cannabis and cocaine.
Yeah.
They're also blood. They've tried to recreate the scent of blood, which they've done.
I suppose you can recreate the scent of anything, can't you, really?
Probably.
Interesting.
I know people will try.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Whatever their goal is to create.
Yeah.
And there'll be a lot of time and effort put into that one particular accord to make it smell like that. Musks are another one. When you spray musks on yourself.
What do you mean, musk?
So musk is got different types of musk. Like galaxolide, exaltalide, ethylene brassylate. They're all like clean musks. You can get dirty musks. Ones that smell like hot linen. So when you've gone to the tumble dryer and you pulled out your fresh sort of linen, you got fresh cotton smell. So you'll have like different categories of like scents of musks, marine, fruity, floral, woody, amber. The list goes on. It's very extensive. But then you'll have different categories within them on how you'd want it to smell. Like there's a scent I do like just out of the bottle. It smells amazing. Is beta ianone. Smells just like Palmer violets.
What's it called?
Beta ianone. So ionones. You've got alpha ianone, beta ianone.
Yeah.
But form of ianone, it's always violety.
Yeah.
But beta ianone is a sweet, woody, violet fragrance or material. It smells out of the bottle like Palmer violets. Will sort of depends on what sort of fragrance you create, and it could be more for woody or floral fragrances to help boost or project something that you put in. Because hedione is another one they call it a modifier. So hedione is a sort of like a white jasmine type fragrance or scent. And depending on how you use it in your formula or structure it in your formula, it could boost the whole entire fragrance to make it very in your face, very lifted. Or if you've used too much of it, it can dampen the whole entire thing. Start again.
Right.
Because each individual will then interact with others and will have a different effect. It's all science and chemistry, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
But thinking of it, well, putting things together, materials together, of course, it's science and chemistry.
Yeah. So you've become a chemist.
Slightly. Slightly, yeah.
You didn't see that one coming.
Not the Breaking Bad type.
Yeah. No, it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. I'm enjoying it anyway, certainly, because something I love.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying every second of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my bank balance isn't.
No.
Because it's costing me a lot of money to dive down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And explore, the whole sort of realm of perfumery.
Yeah.
Because it can go a long way.
Yeah. Well, you've just got to get out there. Hopefully, this will help a little bit. I've got Hard Knocks. What's his name? Nathan from Hard Knocks coming on. I haven't set a date yet, but yeah, it's gonna be great. Just get it in as many. I can't see why someone would, like a barber's business would say no. Really, it's a really unique thing to have, isn't it?
Because walking into barbers from on their shelves, they've all got that sort of wholesale cologne, which is probably 2% fragrance oil mixed with a heap of ethanol. By the
Yeah.
time they've sprayed you, when you leave in the door and you've paid them the cash, it's probably already left your clothes in your skin. Smell it again.
How many barbers have you approached? Have you?
So far, 2. Only 2. Because as I've only approached 2 purely because as much as I am diving into this as a small sort of business, I'm also testing the waters to see, am I going to be spending a lot of money into something and no one's going to be interested in, or going the way it's going now, it's looking very promising, so I can take a little bit more risk. So, but I know maybe a handful of barbers. At the same time, trying to find ones to approach. Now, I wouldn't like knowing city centres filled with so many barbers there. It's probably 10 plus. Now, I wouldn't go to each individual barbershop then and supply all 10 because I wouldn't want to feel each barbershop to be in competition with each other with their fragrances. So I like to have the concept of one barbershop, one postcode.
Oh, right.
So it's quite niche to them.
Yeah.
It gives them that sort of ID. And they,
Yeah.
well, we've got our fragrance brand. This is us. And we are this postcode sort of thing.
Right.
The other barber, he's got a different blend or
Mm.
something, and that's to him.
Yeah.
So they've got maybe a barbershop I'd like to approach in Neath. Maybe one in the city centre. But
Yeah. And then you branching outwards, geographically then.
Possibly. I'd like to, yeah.
Yeah. I think you should. I think it would be really good.
I think from what a lot of people, including my wife, are saying, you know, it's going to take off. And you're going to have to be prepared for it to take off. And working full time as well, with this being a sort of side hobby.
Yeah.
It's kind of sort of stark realization that potentially it can and it will.
Yeah.
And be prepared for that. And have the money to do that as well.
Yeah.
It's just definitely a lot.
Yeah, you need a bit of investment, don't you, for all the equipment.
At the moment, I'm a one-man band.
Yeah.
No one else behind the scenes. It's just me.
Yeah. Be interesting. It's interesting to think how you're going to do it logistically and how you can achieve it with relatively low costs. I suppose just you're going to have to grow quite slowly, I suppose, in the beginning, aren't you?
Yeah, I think growing at a slow pace will do good, because then gradually, as you build in slow, word of mouth hopefully will follow and catch on.
Yeah, and what I wanted to do as well as like part of the merch, do like a giveaway.
Okay.
So what we'll do is I'll set up a competition, and people can win the Rod Pod.
The Rod Pod.
The
fragrance.
Rod Pod fragrance.
Mad, though, isn't it?
Because I haven't done any merch yet because I've only just started, but I'll be having hoodies, t-shirts, and the fragrance is going to be part of the merch now.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to smelling it and designing the bottle and all that kind of stuff.
Playing with a few ideas for future bottles. So at the moment we've got clear, square, glass ones, 30ml size.
Yeah.
Now I'm going down the avenue of looking at matte black. So I like the sort of style of a matte black bottle, the gold front label.
Yeah. Oh, that's right up my street. That is matte black and gold. Imagine that Rod Pod with the gold.
Oh yeah. A label on the front.
How cool would that be? Yeah.
So it's all a visionary. It's an idea, and it's I think putting these ideas and visions together, and using ChatGPT to actually project them to see how it would look, which I found absolutely insane. How I've never used such a tool, because I see it as a massive tool because it's the way the world's going at the moment with AI.
It's amazing, isn't it?
But how it structured that idea just through using a bit of text. Can you make this look like this with this logo? Bang. On the screen, like, wow.
I know.
That looks, that's how I want my bottle to look.
Yeah.
and potentially other customers if they wanted their bottles to look the same.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I did my logo. I just said, can you design me a vintage vibe logo, saying the Rod Pod, bang.
Done.
Yeah. No, I've really started to use AI quite a lot now.
Okay.
Because it's just, it gives you, you've got to learn how to ask the right questions.
That's it.
But it gives you instant answers, and it can project and predict things for you, you know, in terms of your business. And it's a great tool, isn't it?
It's very unique.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it can, like you said, it can definitely project sort of trends. So the trends for 2025 in scent perspective, a lot of people now are going for gourmand type fragrances. And that sort of category is very much your sweet, the lean-in sort of fragrances. So when people say gourmand, I think bakery. So you smell like a donut or a cupcake, or very sugary, sweet, warm, caramelic.
Yeah.
So that's the way scents are going now for this year.
Right.
The sort of trend has picked up upon a lot of other artisan sort of fragrance perfumers.
Cool.
Because it's very easy to do. Because it's not materials, a handful of sweet materials, but in the right quantities and proportions, you can make them smell how you'd want them to smell.
Right. So you do get different trends with fragrances. See, I wasn't aware of that. See, I've just worn the same fragrance for 20 years and that was it.
You have seasonal ones.
Yeah.
Well, so you've got obviously your spring, summer, autumn, and winter fragrances. So your spring fragrances tend to be floral, freshies. Your summer ones tend to be the citric, aquatic type fresh fragrances. Your autumn to winter start then leaning toward the darker, spicier side. Type woody fragrances, woody, very woody. And it just goes in a cycle then. Where people, if they have about 4, maybe 5 go-to fragrances for each season, or even one for office wear, one for gym wear, and for your day-to-day, date-night fragrance.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about, isn't there?
A lot, yeah. And I've only just probably the nail on the edge sort of thing, learning it.
Yeah.
Probably got a long way to go. Learning a lot more, but every day's a learning day.
Yeah.
Because I'm continually learning. Because in the back of my head, I've got like 20 different tabs open in my head going, right, I need to look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
And swinging back around, right, well, that's done.
I think that I think that it's just such a good concept for these barbers to have their own fragrance. I think that is really cool, isn't it?
It's unique to them. They'll be, it's their, like I said earlier, their identity with fragrance. So one barbershop will give one customer that bottle.
Yeah.
However it's structured or smelt. How they've chosen it. But 2 people, if they were to wear that same fragrance, it's going to smell different on the pair of them.
Yeah.
Because how their skin DNA projects it smell.
Yeah.
They spray it on their clothes, obviously it's going to smell exactly the same.
Yeah.
If you start spraying it on relative areas like your pulse points, your wrist, crux of your arm here, your neck, your heat points, so where it will project and your body heats up the molecules in the fragrance will make it smell different.
Right. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Rod Pod fragrance.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting little markup, I reckon.
I think it's great to have that as part of my merch as well. You know, that'd be really cool.
Well, how many people in a podcast have got their own fragrance?
Exactly.
So it's going to be niche to you.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. All right. I want to smell mine now, actually, but I'm a bit worried about the sound and stuff. Which one's my sample?
So your sample.
It's this one.
You can spray on a scent strip if you want to.
Oh, cool.
Some people don't like to spray them on their skin first off.
Right.
So what I tend to do is get people to spray them on the scent strip first, see how it smells in the strip, and then see how then it can smell on your skin, because the scent will differ.
Nice. It's really unique, that is.
And considering it was only made maybe less than 48 sort of hours ago, it's still got a lot of time to go for it to be finished.
Is it?
So what I mean is finished as in because of the addition of the ethanol that's in there to obviously make it the fragrance, that's got to have time to macerate.
Right, okay.
For it to settle and become essentially one.
Yeah.
So when making fragrances, best practice for things like this compounding and bottling, adding the ethanol, best practice is 4 to 6 weeks to make one batch.
So it develops.
To develop and become one, unify, become homogenous.
I do like it. It's like fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It reminds me of something that Mont Blanc do. Is it Mont Blanc? Yeah. Always like that fragrance more than any other fragrance for some reason. That was like the brand for me.
Because I've noticed as well, with fragrances, you can't copyright them.
No way.
You can't copyright a cake, can you?
It's true.
Because it's a formula of ingredients.
Yeah.
So you will find that fragrances from brands, they may change over time because one perfumer may have made them an entire lineup of fragrances, and that perfumer will have the right to that formula and can take it with him, unless that company have paid for that formula to keep it there.
Okay.
Which would be a bit more expensive to do.
I see. Right.
Whereas then if that perfumer decides to leave and another one comes in to try and recreate what that person has made in his style, that is when you'd start noticing the changes of scent structure in perfumes, because they're not going to be the previous guy.
You could replicate almost identically and get away with it, could you?
So that's essentially what dupe houses are doing. So when people say dupe houses, you got your top of my head because there's so many. But the adverts you'd see on Instagram, buy 4 bottles for 30 quid of 100 ml, all these ones. So obviously they have got their designer structured scents where they've just basically bought a compound or gone to a manufacturer and said, right, we want these particular scents, and they've gone and basically made them for them, chuck alcohol in them in a bottle and off to the consumer. But they will never, ever, ever be identical, because fragrance houses, like the big top end ones, will have specific materials that will never be released to the public. So it'll be for that perfumer, if that makes sense. So, for example, go back to the Barakat Rouge 540, there's probably less than maybe 20, 25 materials within that markup of that perfume. But there will be maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 materials on there that you won't be able to get a hold of to get it identical to how it smells. You'll get it very, very, very close, maybe 90, 95% close to how it would smell. It'll be that one missing thing, whether it be the smell of plastic. Yeah. People say they find the materials that are in Barakat Rouge 540, saffronal that's in there, because it's such a potent it smells like plastic.
Really?
Oh. So you'd have things like that you'd notice in a fragrance. You go, well, that's not there. So it's not the same.
Right.
They won't buy it then.
So would you consider, like, I know you've got your own smells and fragrances, and you're working on one at the moment, just having that as your brand stocked potentially everywhere you can? Would that be the goal? What's the ideal? What would you say would the ideal path for your business to go on?
The ideal path would be to go as far as it can go.
Yeah.
Take it to its limits and further. Stock as many sort of shops or businesses with that particular scent. There's only one direction, really. And then got the other avenue then of potentially visiting wedding fairs, because there's obviously a number of lucrative businesses, and you've got weddings, funerals, because people are always getting married, people are always passing away, unfortunately. These businesses are always full of money, especially with wedding photographers. They charge $2,000 plus for them to be at your venue.
Yeah.
Because they know there's always going to be a wedding. Someone's going to want to buy their photos. I want what that person's got.
Yeah. Yeah, you should speak to, what's his name? John Mark Films, the guy who was on the podcast. Have a word with him.
Yeah. He'll definitely have some connections.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, he goes to, I think, wedding fairs would be a shout for you.
I've been to a few. I think the last one I went to was the Branwyn Hall.
What, with the fragrance?
No, that was when I was shopping for my own wedding.
Oh, right.
But seeing how many sort of stalls that are there.
Yeah.
Not once seen one specifically for perfume.
Yeah.
So I found, well, maybe that's a potential gap in the market.
Yeah.
Just like how the gap in the market for me is barbershops.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm sure there's probably more gaps in the market I'll eventually spot, but these ones I'm sticking to because I find that's quite niche.
Yeah.
As among selling my own sort of stuff then on top of that. So I've got a triangle then of sales.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because if one slows, hopefully the other one, can keep going. Yeah. I like it. Sounds good. Oh, cool. So is there anything else you'd want to talk about on the podcast that we haven't spoken about yet that you might want to do, or have you covered?
I think I've pretty much covered it all. Like I can't really think off on the top of my head.
Because what I'll do is I'll pull out as many shorts for you to tag you in, so you can put them on your channel.
Page, yeah.
I'll try and get like at least 10, I think, probably out of it. And then you can, you could potentially tag barbers and stuff with those as well, could you?
Could do, but I don't feel like I like to poach people, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean.
Obviously, I've gone to Hard Knocks barbers, but I didn't approach Hard Knocks barbers.
Just Tony went in smelling good.
Tony went in smelling good. Barbershop was huffing his neck like a rotty. And I was like, what are you wearing? And he said, my mate Pete makes fragrances. Oh, do you think you can make one for us? Yeah, I can ask him.
Yeah.
So, did a blend.
Just send Tony everywhere with that fragrance on.
Yeah. You're attracting all sorts, no?
Yeah.
Some sort of pheromone. But, so, they smelt it. And it attracted the business then.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really good, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And when I went to my barbers in Clydach, I give them the idea of a business opportunity, and they're like, yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Can we buy 10 bottles? So rather than cold calling businesses, like, hi, do you want to do this?
Yeah, it seems a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially when barbershops these days are very busy with customers already sitting in chairs. Be interrupting that time where that barber is cutting that person's hair, going, do you want this? If obviously with a lead contact details, etc., for you to publicize, people did want sort of scent.
Yeah.
Samples and go from there.
Yeah, I think, like you said, just organically kind of grow it, word of mouth, get your social media Nice.
On my social media page, there's probably the two shops I've done. They got two different labels.
Yeah.
So you can see a contrast then of, well, you could either have this label or that label. And now I've got a different batch of labels eventually come in September, which will be the full mirror gold metal front label bottles.
Right.
So I can give them the option then, which sort of one do you for your bottle? How would you want your bottle to look?
Matte black and gold.
I think that is the one. It's the one, matte black and gold.
Because
people are like, oh, that's giving AU vodka vibes. Oh, great, here we go. Jumping on the AU vodka trend.
Yeah.
Watch them reach out and go, yeah, do a fragrance for me, will you?
Well, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Well, anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
You know?
But it's suppose who you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, the people are there. Like I said, funny because my mate, that's what he does for a living. That was his whole family business. You know, they supply Tesco, Sainsbury's, and John Lewis, everyone. You know, so maybe in the future, give him a shout.
Yeah. There are other avenues I could go down. Like, perfume is one, but then I could potentially go down the grooming range, as in beard oils and soaps, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you've got then essentially a barbershop markup. So got the fragrance, got the beard oil, beard cream, for all of one scent. It could be sold as a package.
Yeah, the shower gel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's fragrance oil is in pretty much everything. So deodorants, fragrance oil, make a scent. Like you said, your body washes, soaps and shampoos, all your cosmetics for your face, all got a perfume in there. So there are other avenues you can explore. So far, I'm sticking with this one until I'm ready for the next step.
Yeah, you got to nail it, haven't you?
You got one chance, haven't you?
Well, potentially. But it sounds like it's aligned and it's, you know, you just need to keep your finger on the pulse. Just make sure that you do it to your best ability and get yourself out there. And, you know, can't see.
It's one hell of a craft to learn.
Yeah.
Very expensive one.
Yeah, I can imagine. Trial and error.
A lot of trial and error. I think my bedroom is absolutely full of vials of tests of batches, 1, 2, 3, where I've put a little bit less of one in another and see how it's developed. But the issue is you've got to give it time to develop. So you can't just go back at it in the same day and go, I can smell a difference. You're not going to smell that difference until maybe 3, 4 weeks down the line. So trials will the best part, but really time consuming to create a unique blend.
Yeah. I've always been interested in whiskey.
Oh, no, yeah.
I love a good whiskey. I've always loved a really nice whiskey. And I was like toying with the idea of like going into it. And then I just thought to myself, like, I love a 12-year-old single malt. I just thought, I can't wait 12 years.
It's an investment at that point, though, isn't it?
I know, but it's like, well, this is a business idea for like in 12 years' time.
So I was going down the line event a few years back, just after COVID, to start my own gin brand.
Yeah.
And like same sort of problem. You know, I don't exactly want to wait all that long, but then understanding afterwards is an investment and hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah.
But then I've got that devil in the back of my head then going, no one's gonna buy it. No one's gonna buy it.
I've met a lot of people like that. You can't think like that.
No, I'm trying to be very, very positive and forward thinking.
Yeah.
People are gonna buy it. They are gonna like it.
They are.
They they love it. They want it. They want to smell nice.
Exactly. You know that's that.
positive energy to project.
Yeah. I'm all about that. I'm always very positive. If I do something, I am convinced I can do it. I've always been lucky that way, you know. I don't really second guess myself. I just think I'm going to do this and it's going to work.
Yeah.
Without fail, you know? So, yeah, that's what you've got to do. You've just got to be positive and, you know, get through it, get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it sounds like you've gone the right way. Yeah.
Definitely turning a passion into a business.
Well, that's the goal, isn't it? That is the goal.
Is the goal. See where it takes me.
Mm.
But enjoying it. That's the main thing. I think the moment I stop enjoying it, that's when you know to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wish you all the luck in the world with it.
Yeah. Thank you, Rod.
Go for it. Cool. Right then. Should we call it a wrap?
Call it a wrap.
Pete, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
And I'm really looking forward to my fragrance. It smells lush already. And like I said, we'll do the giveaway on the Rod Pod. So, yeah, cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, man.
Cheers.
So that is a blend of Timber Silk and Sylvamber, which is like a musk of Isoe Super. And on the skin, it will smell different depending on how their skin can smell.
Right.
Some people can't even pick up the smell of it.
It's very, very subtle. I'm trying, but I can smell my other. Yeah, I can just smell.
Very clean, powdery.
I could be wrong, but is there vanilla in this? No. I don't know if I'm smelling that. Oh, I am smelling that.
So a good way to reset your factory senses is find a part of your arm, generally the crook if you've got nothing sprayed there. Smell your natural skin scent.
Right.
And it'll reset your nose.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
I can't smell much at all.
So you're one of the people who can't smell much would have to learn. You learn your nose and smell it.
Right.
But bearing in mind, because that's on paper, that's not reacting to your skin. So if you were to spray that on your arm, you may be able to smell it.
Right. So that's. I'm with you. Okay. So I'm one of the stupid people, am I?
One of us. One of us.
Let's smell this one. That's almost minty, is it? Is it mint?
So that is my sort of rendition on a barbershop fougere. So it gives me sort of shaving foam vibes.
Oh, right, yeah. That's funny you mention that now.
So now I've mentioned shaving foam, you can picture in your head. Oh, yeah. I'm just
fresh. Yeah. That's good, that is. So that's aimed at a variant of that would be like for barber shops or
if they wanted that sort of unique smell.
Yeah, it's what they want, really, isn't it? So right, let's smell this one. That's a sweet one, isn't it?
Is that the vanilla and coconut?
Almost.
No, so I can smell that
candy floss or something.
That I call Forever.
Right.
Because it's made of a blend of so many materials, musks, and a lot of fixatives. It is literally going to last on you forever, especially on your clothes.
Really?
Yeah. Because the thing with musks and some of the fixative materials, it says in the name is fixative.
Yeah.
So it tends to last on your skin for a long time.
Right. Really like that one. Is this the last one?
No, that's the last one.
Yeah.
So I think the last two is the one I made last night.
Yeah.
and one of them is my first ever coconut vanilla fragrance I made.
This one's coconut and vanilla, is it?
So that's the fragrance I made for my wife.
Right up my nostril side. Oh, that's nice. Really strong, isn't it? Didn't need to get that close.
I sprayed that on myself in work the other day, and people were like,
"Is that the one with the sun cream as well?" No.
No.
But,
see, the thing is with fragrance,
yeah.
it evokes memories and feelings. So if you're smelling sun cream with that, or however you could smell, or what you could smell, anything,
yeah.
oh, that reminds you of holiday. It takes you back to holiday feel.
Yeah.
I think so. The next one then will be the aquatic marine type fragrance.
Right.
It's a very fresh, summery scent.
I smell that. That's nice. Fresh. That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's other than the one you've got for me, this one. No, this is my favorite. Yeah. But I do like that one. It's quite confusing, isn't it?
It can be, especially working amongst all these materials, making them. Obviously, you can give yourself a headache.
Yeah, you don't know what you're smelling anymore, do you?
That's why you need to reset your nose.
Yeah. I'll give it
because Chanel brought out a way where, I don't know if you've ever been to like a perfume store and they've given you a pot of coffee beans to smell.
No.
No, so as a sort of gimmick that Chanel was doing.
All right.
So trying to reset your factory fatigue in your nose. Smell. Replace that scent with another scent.
Yeah.
Well, no, because then you've got coffee in your nose. You're going to be smelling coffee beans.
Yeah.
So the best way to do it is to smell.
Yeah.
Part of your skin, we've got nothing on. Start. It'll reset your nose then.
I'll remember that. You can smell your armpit as well, can't you?
If you,
That's the. Just looks a bit weird in your own armpit, doesn't it? In the middle of like John Lewis. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for this. This has been like a bit of an education. This is really interesting. Like I said, great concept, and I hope it works out for you.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I did think of an idea of maybe one time, say, if you like that fresh fragrance there, the second one, bring down all the raw materials that you would need to make that. So I'd pre-measure them all, but get you to put them in the beaker.
All right.
Blend it here in the studio.
Definitely.
Then, obviously, if you decide to publish that then to someone else and go, this bottle was made up, and raffle it off to someone.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. That sounds good. Cool.
As an idea.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you, Pete. Cheers.